is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the New York Giants. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw here. That's caught by Galladay. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
This opening drive has taken him to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Saints nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jameis to throw it. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
1st and 10.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. We want this. Check. Fresno. Hey, up.
On play action, Winston. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Man, I got you. Flip. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Hey, check. Kill.
Play fake. Winston. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, New York.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Saints, nothing. Graham Gano to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, He took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Open man right side is Tony. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Saints nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Off the play fake, Winston. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And how about for Alvin Kamara? Another great year that he's coming off of as an all-around player, but especially as a pass catcher. 81 receptions each of his first 3 NFL seasons. Last year added 2 more to finish with 83, the most by any running back in the NFL. An awfully dangerous man in the open field.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Dexter Lawrence brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. He gets it left side to Johnson. Pushes past him. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike. Easy. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Who there? Hey, check Mike 21.
Winston.
You can't block me.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check Mike 21. Hey, watch the ball. Kill. Turn up. Come on. Kill. Flip it. Check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Easy. Hey. 65. Hey, check Mike 21.
Play action now. Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Out is Lutz now for the New Orleans field goal attempt.
A 28-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
And we always say, and I absolutely believe it, Evan Ingram is a wide receiver in a tight end's frame. 63 catches last year, en route to his first Pro Bowl nomination.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they can't bring him down. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And a rout is on here in this first half.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Jameis now on 1st down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. He's got a man complete. And down to the 20. A big play there just before halftime.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare as well because they spend all week preaching about the need to wrap up and make sure tackles. But what a letdown here, and it winds up costing them big, big yardage.
This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Giants 28, Saints 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That ball caught by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush. A lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action. Winston looking here for Smith downfield. And got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Ricky. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
On 2nd and 12, Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
Room to run inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
At the 29-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch the curl, watch the curls. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21. Wait.
Winston now. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And the Saints not only missing Drew Brees from last year, they also lost their top tight end, Jared Cook, to the Chargers. So tight end, it's a position in flux. But that's a nice grab there to pick up the 1st down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. I'm coming for you, son.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Kamara.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Meanwhile, Winston's throw complete there to Johnson, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Second and 5.
Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21. Screen, screen, watch the screen, right hand.
Now Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check, Mike 21. I'm coming for you, you mom.
On play action, Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Second down, here's Barkley again. Oh, he bowls over him. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 31-yard line. 113 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down carry for Barkley. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Shoves him away. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
1st and goal, New York.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Giants are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Back near his own goal line, Winston. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. Pushes him over. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
56, check 56. You got nothing in there. You got nothing.
Again, it's Barkley. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And running with power here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 162 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And the Giants 1st down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.